Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming with more Hearts of Iron for La Résistance, playing as the glorious French Empire. We are currently just spending a little bit of time sitting on our hands trying to make sure people stop getting so gosh dang angry at me. But once we can burn down some resistance and get more compliance, I think we will be in a pretty good position to attack the Soviet Union. Let's go ahead and make sure we are deploying more of these armored cars. Let's see, resistance is highest right now in places like Greece and Croatia. We can probably apply them in Croatia without any issue. So let's go ahead and do that. Maybe Poland as well. I'm going to do this little bit by little bit. Let's not go too fast. Global integration for more resources. It sounds nice in theory. Don't think we need it at the moment. We could go for more compliance from the Dutch. They stop being a problem, but I mean, meh. Do I care about any armor? Nah, I don't care about this. Let's go for return to Borodino. And then get to Je suis le déluge, so we can get the extra recruitable population factor and just straight up 3% more. Makes a lot of sense. We'll get a war goal going. What do we need? Probably a load of tanks. We're already producing a pretty good amount, but more would be good. I wouldn't mind getting better air support and stuff. We do need to make sure we have plenty of motorized. We're okay on this right now. We are producing mechanized, right? No, did we not start producing mechanized? We did not. Let's go ahead and start producing some of that. Gonna take a little while, but mechanized obviously would be quite nice to replace my motorized in some key divisions later. They're very expensive, though, so it's going to be a while before that is going to be a thing. Let's go ahead and research and upgrade for our self-propelled artillery, and we should go to our production of said medium tanks and give them an upgrade. I'm thinking a little bit more armor would be good. At least up to 108 would be nice. And then maybe a bit more piercing, and then some reliability? A little bit more gun. If we do this, 92% reliability means I should be fine, but to be honest, I think I'm okay in terms of production. We don't need too much more there. So maybe a little bit more main gun? Yeah, 104 piercing, 108 armor. Pretty good attack values all in all. 8.8 maximum speed is definitely slower. I mean, we could speed that up, but it's going to cost me a bit much. Let's go for this and set up these medium tanks. And then let's go to our tank divisions and make sure that we are tossing on things like the maintenance companies for a little bit of extra reliability. Not you. You. Actually, you, I'm not sure what I want to do with you. We may need logistics companies for these guys. I guess for now I'll put on the maintenance companies, but we may want to swap out, let's say, signal companies in favor of something else. Something I have not been doing is using my scout planes. We should really find out what they're capable of. They could be good. We should also try to do some more... I can only do one war propaganda at a time. Darn! Would have loved to do some more war propaganda against Japan so we can build this up so I can go for the next level of... What is this? No, I don't want to do that. Next level of conscription. That would be great. But for now, we'll make do. I really wish I was a part of a faction so that I could actually take advantage of the Spy Master and stuff. You know, that'd be pretty nice. We almost are ready to start the collaboration government. You just have to wait a little bit longer while our factories are busy. I guess we can go ahead and continue upgrading here a little bit. What should we do? Maybe we go for psychological warfare. So while we are fighting the Soviets, we can be trying to reduce their stability and war support and make it easier to capitulate them. That could be good. I have a few more 40 combat with divisions. Let's go ahead and only take one of you, put you here, and a few more, toss them onto a new army. One of these is defensive and one of these is offensive, so I need to make sure I don't split these guys up by accident. Or I can just put them all under one group, I guess. Oh, wait, why do you only have 22? Hang on. 1, 2, toss you here. There you go. Okay. Looking pretty good. I mean, we've got a reasonable amount of fielded manpower, but yeah, now we're a little low on manpower once again. How many of my armored cars? We have 1.9 thousand. Let's go for some more usage in, let's say... Let's swap into Poland and try to put that down a little bit faster as well. So that'll cost me a little bit. We need 500 armored cars for that. Okay. Bohemia. Do that there as well. Guess we could do this in Norway. That probably is about all I can afford at the moment. Let's just give it a second to update. Maybe not. Maybe we're all right. 836. You can see that we're losing 2 per, I guess, day. Just from garrisons. But now we have another 900. All right. Yeah, no, let's keep using them. These cars are good. Slovakia? I'm not really worried about you. If I do something like Legionnaires Bulgaria, that'll be too much. Yeah, we need more cars before I can apply them pretty much anywhere else. That would be valuable to me right now. Like Hungary or Romania or something, I don't know. Surprisingly, Germany is still doing okay. Not a lot of resistance here. It's burning down pretty effectively thanks to the local police force. How are we doing on compliance? Pretty good. Madagascar, apparently we can release. I think you can do that via decisions, by the way. Is that correct? Yes, Greek collaboration governments would work. Again, though, just based on the information I was providing in the last video, I don't really see a good reason to do that. There's the upgrade to our self-propelled artillery. Done. Good. Let's go for... we've already got the research speed and stuff. Should we go for the nuclear reactor? Feels a little early since I'm not going to be able to use nukes. Let's go ahead and get the extra production efficiency growth from the streamlined line. I do like that. Growth is good to me. I like growth a lot. I mean, retention is nice, but... yeah, I prefer the growth. I don't really have a lot of army experience to go around, so let's just go ahead and do some generic self-propelled. I'm not going to bother upgrading these guys. Justification for conquering Switzerland is done, skis. So do we just go for it at this point? I think the answer is yes. Now, they're going to join with the Japanese faction. I know that. Let's just go ahead and do it anyway. Purple, I think you are the one around here, right? You still have a few defensive units. Maybe I shouldn't have used you. Well, there we go. They have joined, and Japan has been called in. Go. Oh my gosh. Get wrecked. Okay, let's get some more of our air supports over here. Why is it not showing up as green? What's going on there? We got close air support and stuff. That'll be helpful. Psychological warfare. Certainly could be nice. We could go for some more cryptology and stuff. Wouldn't be a bad idea to get some more intelligence of useful things like Air Forces, Navy, Army, etc. Portable radios, coordinated strike. Gonna take too long to set that up. I think the big problem that I have right now with some of the operations, like operations are good, but the problem is a lot of them take forever. And that's because you can see that our enemies have 95% counterintelligence. So obviously small targets would be very easy for us to deal with. People like the Soviet Union, okay, admittedly a little bit tougher. Even so, just saying, like, it takes so long, I don't feel like I can make much use out of the operations, especially because I am playing as a non-aligned nation. Oh, we lose the national... oh, common turn... were the Soviets trying to inspire communism? Well, joke's on you, I banned communism a long time ago, so they couldn't do much of a dang thing. Let's get into Zurich real quick and just finish this off. I don't think the Swiss are going to be able to hold off for very long. Yeah, if you're not a part of a faction, I feel like a lot of the potential that is behind these spies kind of gets left on the wayside. Which I see as highly unfortunate because it'd be really fun to do something with them. Let's see. What should we do with these extra soldiers? Should we start fabricating on anybody else like, let's say, Sweden? Should we fabricate on Turkey and join all of our territory together? That could be kind of fun. Yes. Let's go ahead and start fabricating on Turkey. I will sign this army over here, and this army up over here, and we'll see if we can't push into Anatolia uber fast. That sounds like a load of fun. I don't know if it's going to work or not. But I like the idea of joining my territory up so I have really big font. I don't like that we have French Empire down here and French Empire up here. One gigantic font. It's the EU4 player coming out in me. What's going on here? We're out of manpower for the garrisons again. That's probably okay. We have 1.7 thousand armored cars. But it takes 300 each. 1.7 thousand. We can afford to put down somebody fairly large. Maybe Yugoslavia? Is that too ambitious? I would like to do Greece. Greece is the real one I want. This will reduce the amount of garrisons I need. Let's try for it. This is going to require how many cars? This is barely enough. All right, let's go ahead and reinforce our cars in Yugoslavia, get some of that manpower back, and try to put these guys down a little bit faster. Come on, reinforce. The resistance is going up until you reinforce. There we go. Now it's going down. All right, looking solid there. Poland has enough compliance that I'm wondering if I should pull off on the local police force. Still mostly doing okay here. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. Another soldier that I can't use. Get out. French Zambia, you're useless to me. You don't do anything helpful. You really don't. We could release a lot of territory back to Bohemia. That would be a thing we could have done. But I did not. Let's get these soldiers over here into Turkey. Government Cipher School, we have a bit more defense for myself. I guess we'll go for a bit more. Why not? Civilian factories are finishing up some stuff. Good. We could go for some anti-air. We've already got pretty good levels of radar all along over here, including some vision up into the Baltics. Do we go for a little bit more factories? Or, sorry, not factories. Forts, yes, I think we do. Let's get it to level 3. And I'm probably going to stop at level 3. And then we're just going to focus on building up things like infrastructure to get more resources. Also better supplies. And more factories just so I can continue producing like crazy. Let's see. We have actually pretty good infrastructure along here. It's not too bad. We get a little bit more. One thing I do want is effectively a highway of supplies heading up toward Russia. And the reason for that is I know once I do attack them and kill them, hopefully, we are going to wish... I don't need to do this. We're going to wish that we had a good highway of infrastructure so we can start building up, continue the highway all the way over to Siberia. Because I'm going to need to be able to supply my troops all the way over here if we are unable to capitulate the Soviet Union. And even if we do, I'm going to have to fight the Japanese, which means I need to have supplies getting all the way over here so we can continue the push. So preemptively working on that infrastructure seems fine with me. And then I guess we go ahead and work on, let's say, some more military factories and stuff in some good spots. What would be good? I guess we could build in the Netherlands and stuff. I mean, they're fairly compliant at this point, right? They've given up on life. Mostly. I mean, we don't have the best compliance. Maybe we should just go ahead and build more infrastructure in those areas and then do this. That works for me. Better to build in your core states, right? I think so. Let's go for the shock and awe. Finish up our land doctrine, finally. Feel like we're a little behind the curve on that one, don't you think? I think so. Can we produce more heavy ships? Is that what I want? We have a pretty good number of convoys. I feel solid about that one right now. I guess we can build up more heavy ships and just toss those onto the Navy. Sure. Seems reasonable, I guess. Have we finished yet with our propaganda efforts? Not yet. We could improve worker conditions and get stability, and that would actually also be very helpful for putting down the resistance. However, I do see that we have crossed the 60% threshold, so once I declare war on the Soviets, I can swap over my conscription law. Actually, no, if I can get to 150, since we're fighting Japan, I can do it now. Oh, perfect. That'll solve a lot of my problems, and then with more war support, we have better mobilization speed. This is great. Let's go for Je suis la deluge. We do have our war goal against the Soviets ready to go. Beautimus. What else should we work on? I guess we can upgrade our maintenance companies just so we can get a bit more maintenance and reliability for our tanks, so they are less likely to break down and disappoint me when I'm fighting against the Soviets. So you could continue building up your spy network. It looks like it's kind of equaled out at 57%. Or I could go ahead and start doing propaganda efforts, and this reduces their stability. Every day it goes down by a small amount. Now, I think it's highly likely that he gets detected and captured, and that would be bad, but even so. So let's go for service by requirement. I can't. Why not? Ah! No! I thought that the Japanese... Okay, so no, we can't do this right now. Okay, never mind. Well, we'll hold off on it for the moment. We just got a whole load more units. Okay, let's toss them onto the offensive army. What should I do with you? I guess we could set up for a very small naval invasion of Denmark, but I don't want to send that many troops over there. There's not a lot of supply. I'm already getting ready to fight Turkey. Where would I want to fight? I don't know. Where do I want to fight? And why do we have so many units over here all of a sudden? What happened? Where'd you all come from? don't know where I did that, but we did. Let's bring all of these defensive units out of here. There we go. That's a little bit better. No, I got rid of... No, I have on my army. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, all right. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, so what would be a good offensive area for me? Probably more punching power. Oh, wait. Here we go. Norway. Let's go up to Norway. That seems fine. And then you guys are going to set up an offensive line to basically push all the way up here. And that should end up being enough. I don't expect Norway is going to have a lot to use against me at the moment. We're back up to 1.2 thousand of our armored cars. Where can I use that? Let's see. Bulgaria, potentially. Slovakia, potentially. I think we can do Bulgaria. It might be a little close. Until we reinforce, it's hard to say for sure. But let's go for that. Research-wise, we're 8 days away from getting another upgrade, so then I will swap away. Just try to preserve as much of our efficiency as we can. Non-aggression pact from the Soviet Union. I don't think you understand that I do, in fact, have a war goal against you. Have you been paying attention? Speaking of paying attention, let's go ahead and make sure that we get our air forces in position to attack. These guys will probably want more naval bombers, and we'll set you over here to, let's say, the Black Sea, just in case we find their navy. I want to be able to sink it. Actually, better yet, let's get up here to, let's say, the lower Baltic Sea. You guys are going to be doing stuff up here in the Baltic States. Let's see. We could... Wasn't there a button now to, like, copy air wings or something? I thought I heard something about that. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's go ahead and increase your force limit a little bit. Actually, no. I'd rather keep these guys nice and strong so they are seasoned. Just go ahead and create new air wings instead. I hate having to sort through all this. It's so stupid. I mean, I know I could go through and just start deleting a bunch. I could start deleting a whole bunch of excess fighters that we've captured in the war, and that would be fine. It's just irritating. Okay, let's go ahead and get as many planes over there as we feel like we need. We'd like to also get some scout planes. Since up to this point I have not been using them. I don't remember what they do. I assume, perhaps falsely, but I assume they give you recon, extra recon. That would be a sensible thing, right? There you go. Oh, we have version Cs. I should be using those. Whatever. I don't know how many scout planes you want, but if it gets me extra, recon in the area, that'd be good. Yeah, aerial scouting and intel gathering. See, intelligence doesn't strike me as that important. I mean, it's okay, but as long as we have our radar towers and stuff, I think I already know everything about the front lines that I feel like I need to know. There we go. We have finished upgrading our armored cars. Let's go ahead and do this. Can I create a variant of this? Ooh, you can create variants. Does anything increase suppression? It does not look like it. Too bad. That would have been great. All right, so there's not any point in creating a variant of armored cars, but there we go. Oh, we have still lost an absolute ton of our efficiency. Well, that sucks. Whatever. We got it. We should get some upgrades to things like heart attack and piercing, so if there is any Soviet armor, we can punch right on through. For some reason, these guys are not reinforcing as much as I think I expected them to. Oh, I know why. Because I don't have any manpower. Haha, that's why. Yep. If you don't have any manpower, it turns out it's a little hard to find pilots. Yeah, I don't think we can attack the Soviets in this video. I think we're kind of stuck waiting for a little bit. Which I guess gives me more time to work on this collaboration government. I mean, we got 287 days before that's going to be a thing. We can see that their stability should be going down slightly. Their war support is extremely high. Because they're in a defensive war. Yeah, that'll do it. Still, I mean, I don't see this going down much. Maybe it's not worth doing this propaganda. It's just likely to get killed. Let's continue building an intel network for now. Let's build it back up. I don't know. If we were a spy master in a faction, and I had like 8 or 9 spies, and I had a couple that I felt like were spare enough that I can do rescue operations when needed, I would go ahead and just start bombing the crud out of the Soviets with propaganda. That's what I would do. And I think it would be very effective at burning them down to the point where we could just win this war without losing much at all. But alas, it's not that easy. I'm going to go ahead and improve worker conditions. Let's just go ahead and start building up that stability. I've got a little bit of time to get up to 150 so I can swap away to the next conscription law. But we're still waiting at the very least for Je suis le déluge, and I would like to get a little bit closer for the collaboration government. Though again, I plan on just surrounding Moscow and starving the beast, so we got time on this. I'm not going to wait for it, but you get the point. Anyone else able to get some more traits? Yes, an infantry expert seems fine with me. More infantry experts. I prefer armor or something, but alright, I'll take it. You definitely can use an infantry expert. Makes a lot of sense. I need more generals.
Attention.
Something else I could really use. I guess we'll have to keep using field marshals. You'll do. You're not great, but you'll do. Military factories, what else we need? We are producing a good amount of tanks on top of everything else that we are currently producing. Good amount of anti-tank, good amount of artillery. Mechanized, I could use a lot more of that. That said, is there anything else I'm missing? For example, we are already producing tactical bombers, but I am producing naval bombers, never mind. Anything else I want? Transport planes, let's just go ahead and start producing a few. In case I find myself in a position where I need to drop some air supplies. But then after that, yes, I think we just go ahead and focus heavily on mechanized. Let's turn all this off, I don't need that. Yeah, that seems reasonable enough to me. Okay. So at any moment we could attack the Soviets, and I see he's got quite a few troops on his border. I also have quite a few troops on my border. Are we still decrypting you? Yes, 100 days and we will be able to do a decryption against the Soviet Union. It's taking a while, unfortunately. We could go for some more passive defense on my end. I'm going to go for things like army intelligence and stuff. Let's just have better intelligence as we build our spy network. I want to know exactly where he is, what he's doing. Air intelligence could be good. Know where to counter his planes, etc., etc. All that makes a bit of sense to me. You guys are going to split in half. And then we're going to do air superiority up here. And the naval bombers will move forward. And then we will do air superiority over here. And the goal is just to make sure that I have full vision so I can launch the naval invasion right away. And then you guys are going to do close air support, obviously. Let's say in eastern Poland. Let's make sure we get some air superiority going over here as well. Maybe a bit more. Okay. This all seems sort of reasonable at the moment, I think. Doesn't seem too bad at the very least. Got another 1,000 of these armored cars. We should use them. Would like to use it on somebody like the Romanian Republic. For now, I guess I'll just use it on people like Slovakia and Tibet. Switzerland. Let's use it there. There we go. Just keep that resistance nice and low. Resistance has ticked down to the point where Greece is now the worst offender at 51%. But they have 25% of our compliance, which means our need for garrisons has dropped dramatically. So we actually could send armored cars over there, too. Once you get to 25%, it seems a lot easier. And I mean a lot easier to deal with these guys. What else do we want to research? There's not a whole lot we can do. I mean, special forces and then get down to transport models and marines and stuff. That'd be nice. Let's go for some more resource gain efficiency. Navies, what are you currently up to? You guys should be fully repaired at this point. So what I'm going to do with you is naval invasion support in these regions here. Just so we can quickly do a launch up here in Estonia. And I think that's going to throw the Soviets for a bit of a loop. Right now, I think I have enough numbers to take them on this front line. I think we're okay. Again, the biggest deal would be just to make sure we have some manpower. And until we have manpower, I'm a little apprehensive jumping into a war. Let's go ahead and get started on the nuclear reactors. It's probably time to do that. Already building up the army department. Any more decisions I want to take? I mean, we could do some more of the propaganda, but Now we have the 150 I would need. And we do have more manpower coming in thanks to Le Deluge. So I think we're going to go ahead and declare the war now. I think we can afford to do that and we'll be all right. Yes. Let's do it. Declare the war. And now that we're fighting a big target, swap over to service by requirement. And the mobilization speed will take a little while to get going, but we should start building up a load more manpower. All right. So with all of that being done, how are you guys looking right now? Let's see. It's 230 days away there. Freaking Germany down in the, what was it? Some islands somewhere stupid. Just become a thing, so I'm going to have to go deal with them now. Ugh. It's stupid that Germany's allowed to live. Let's go for the Air Force Department. Okay, a lot of people getting called in on wars. No big deal. Do we want to push? He's not attacking me, which means I probably should be the one to push. And most of my offensive generals feel, let's say, very confident. So let's begin the push. Do I want to do the naval invasion right away, or do I want to wait on this a little bit? There's the Danish Civil Union. Well, we're already making some good pushes up to the north. I think we've already shattered him. His front line's already shattered, and he's running low on equipment. Even better. Yeah, let's go ahead and launch the naval invasion. And then we'll be able to free up our navy to go somewhere else and support naval invasions up to, let's say, Iceland and so on. Okay, Norway's been called in. That means that you guys should go ahead and start pushing. And it looks like you're going to be just fine. Okay. So naval invasion's on the way. I don't think he's in any danger, really. If we could possibly punch through and get some little encirclements, that'd be great.
Attention.
Not that they're going to be worth a lot of kills, but I mean, kills are kills. I'll take it. I see absolutely no resistance to defend up over here, which means we are going to be able to land against the Soviet Union with no problem whatsoever. There they are. Okay, we'll land the last little bit right here. Want them all to move together. There we go.
Attention.
Clear this out. All of you are assigned. Offensive line. Let's begin pushing up the north. Close to Moscow. And this looks really bad, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay. And I'm going to take one of you guys to just go clean some of this up. Just make sure we go grab all the islands. All right, Navy. You don't need to be doing this anymore. So instead, you're going to be doing naval invasion support, let's say, over here. Around Ireland, we'll go launch over this direction, and then we'll go for Iceland. Streamlined lines is done. Maintenance companies have been upgraded. That's great. Let's go for another upgrade for those, and I think we can actually get an artillery upgrade by now. We can, so let's go ahead and do that. We're a little bit behind the curve there. That's just more soft attack straight up. Where's Orange? You guys still don't know what to do with yourselves. Let's just go ahead and send you guys up here to help with Norway. Just because I don't want to have to worry about them. Most of these guys are still down over here. It's just the 8. No, never mind. Where are you? Where did I send the rest of them? Oh, I don't even know anymore. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We did get some very small encirclements. Okay. You guys get up over here and clean this up. You get up over here and we can clean some more up. You guys start probing out this direction. And honestly, we can just push like crazy. What happened to the rest of my troops? Oh, is that where they all went? Is that, in fact, where most of my troops went, on the purple line, and I accidentally assigned them over to orange? I'll bet you it is. Now we'll go ahead and reassign a few of you. Okay, we're actually about to finish up with some 40 combat with tanks, which is obviously going to be very, very strong. Like that. Let's get up here toward Riga, make sure that we control across the river. Green, honestly, there's no resistance at all, so I'm going to tell you to just go ahead and be aggressive. Blue, I see very little resistance, so I'm going to tell you to be aggressive as well. And even where there is aggression, I think I can punch through. My question is, can I possibly get down this direction and get a large encirclement by pushing down toward Romania? That's not quite the direction I was expecting them to go, but if we can encircle all of this, that would obviously be very helpful. We no longer require our fighters to all be over here. So let's assign all of you guys down, let's say... Let's move a little bit closer and try to help out here. You guys... Let's see, we have air superiority over there. Let's go for a little bit more right here, I guess. Seems reasonable enough. And these naval bombers probably aren't going to be able to do much, especially since he's not going to have any port to place his navy. But still. So now we can kill Turkey, and I do have the troops sitting around waiting for nothing else to do. So, I mean, I guess we just go for it? And let's see if you guys can actually, in fact, punch through and do something. It would help if I sent more planes. And if we go all the way down toward the bottom, we actually have some very good fighters. So let's do that. 600. Sure. Assign you air superiority here. And then we want some close air supports. A couple hundred of those. Right here. And then can we get some bombers so we can try knocking out things like their infrastructure? Yes. We're about out of time here, but we're going to be attacking on a few different fronts. Let's try taking out any forts, air bases, air defenses, radar. For now, we'll leave it at that, but let's see what happens against Turkey. Of course, as we fight them, we're going to open up a new front line against the Soviets. That's one of the reasons I want to fight Turkey, because now we can attack Georgia. So that seems fine. Can you guys potentially actually push through here? Potentially, yes. Let's see if we can actually get across to Istanbul, because that obviously makes my life easier too. And the tanks are done. All right. We can go ahead and send you guys up here for now to Norway. Actually, no, that's a terrible place to put them. Let's pull off 1, 2, 3, 4, move you here. And then send these guys elsewhere, where we actually have a chance at having enough supply for that to be relevant. This is actually a very mobile army. I like this. Okay, good. Good. All right, and infantry anti-tank is done. We can go for the land night attack as well, and we are looking pretty darn solid, I think. I don't think there's a whole lot that he can do. Let's just go ahead and join all this up. Plenty of supplies running around. We're going to start building up plenty of compliance against the Russians as we continue to take their territory. Can you guys push up this direction? We'll try to get an encirclement over here. Can you guys push up this way, and we'll try to swing around later. And my question is, what value are we getting right now out of our air recon? Do we see any bonuses here? Intel advantage? That might actually be it. Yes, I think the scout planes are actually giving me a combat bonus. Okay, so maybe scout planes are really good. I don't know, never tried this before, but I'm looking forward to finding out more. Thank you all very much for watching, hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.
All right, let's go ahead and see what it is.